The National Institute of Mental Health reports that many people experience the first symptoms of depression during college years. It also says that these students are not getting the help they need. Marketing Manager of Health and Wellness, Lacey Erickson, is working to break down the barrier at University of North Dakota. Thanks for being with us today, Lacey.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So you work with this campaign to remove the stigma around mental health issues. What do you hope to accomplish with this?
Well, I think really the campaign is aimed to stomp out the stigma of mental health, but to really create this campus environment that it's okay to seek mental health if you have an issue. And I think that's the bigger picture at the University of North Dakota, but really I hope to incorporate it at other universities and even high schools around the community, because really it is a national issue.
So what are the most common issues surrounding college students?
You know, college is a very stressful time for a lot of people, and when you are a freshman and you're coming into college and you're away from your parents for the first time, as many of them are, sometimes there's other circumstances, but you're away from your parents for the first time and you've got tests, you've got relationships, you're trying to meet new people, so it's a very stressful time. So there's a lot of people that will experience anxiety or some depression because they're away from home. But as we know with college students, it really is this natural environment that there's a lot of changes. So it's not uncommon that there's going to be some mental health issues that they'll have to deal with.
Okay, and are there any surprising issues with college students surrounding mental health issues?
I don't think there's any surprising issues. I think, you know, there are different cases that are more extreme than others, and that can be from a variety of reasons. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't necessarily talk to those, but I think we're trying to create with the campaign this environment that it's okay to seek mental health, and how we do that is really showing students that have already sought mental health and have a success story, that if you share your story, it might just have a snowball effect, and it will help other people to feel comfortable in talking about it as well.
Great. So why is this issue different for college students as opposed to anybody else?
You know, that's a good question. I don't think it's necessarily different. I think because they're in a more stressful environment, there might be, statistically I'm not sure, but there might be this natural environment that it's going to be a little bit more stressful. But with this campaign, why I'm trying to target, I guess, the college age students is because they say it's one of the most stressful times, and that's when they're going to maybe have the natural tendency to be either stressed or depressed or have some anxiety. And why I wanted to create a campaign to create that culture is because it's a natural way to figure out if students want to actually learn something through a campaign. So if we looked at the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, right, that was very successful because it incorporated social media, and we're trying to figure out how do we best communicate those things to our college students.
Okay, so how could this affect a student's life if it goes ignored?
Well, I mean, there's extreme cases that can happen, and we're seeing nationally that definitely can happen, right? I can't give you the exact statistics, but we've heard in the media of different colleges, and there's even athletes who have taken their own life. So this can be life-changing and life-threatening. So it's something that all colleges across the nation are starting to really identify. I also think that because we're looking at the millennial generation coming into colleges, that's a little bit different. And if you look at the generation differences, they've been more in an environment with their parents of having more guidance, right? And the parents want them to be a little bit more careful to getting into different circumstances. So when they get into the college, they're not as able to fail, I guess is what I'm kind of trying to say. Yeah. They're not feeling comfortable to fail, and so when they first get into that situation, we want to help them out, and we want to take care of them and show them that resiliency in college is very important.
Okay, and I know that we have some samples of the imagery you're using with your campaign.
Yes.
What do you hope to get across with this message?
Well, the campaign obviously has a very friendly look. That's Taylor. One of the things that we've noticed with the people that are already part of the campaign and getting their picture taken like Taylor is it's very therapeutic for them. So here, these students are using their messages to help other students, and they feel really great about it. And when they start telling other people about how cool this campaign is and how fun it is, they're like, wow, that's awesome. I've never sought mental health, but now I want to share that story. So even if they haven't sought mental health and they're telling their friends want to feel like they can be a part of it too.
Great. And where do you see the future for No Shame going?
Like I said, I really think this could take off nationally. There's been a lot of different programs that have already been started with suicide prevention and depression, but I think that this can be used at high schools and colleges across the nation.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in and talking to us about this.
Thank you.